Yep, that's a good start for what is probably the best T-sided Mirage team in the world.
Wow, that's quite a statement.
Like, it's really uncommon for teams to have a better win percentage on the T side on this map, but MOUZ is one of the teams, and it definitely that's not the story for NAVI. So this first half is going to be super important.
It's one where NAVI kind of have to deliver, right? And they're going to come through with the force buy here with the goal of doing exactly that. Simple with his scout, knows that someone's at ramp, but isn't given a line, isn't given the angle. Instead, it's bit to open again. Good start to the force buy here for NAVI. Torshi's kind of stuck up over towards short, and JL waits for him. Does have some support from Exertion in the window, and so there's JL dead. 4v4 found, and Exertion keeps pressing the issue through this window. 4 on 3. MOUZ back in the advantage.
Finally, a good start for Bit in the fragging department. He's been like 0-6 on Inferno, and I think he was 0-4 or 5 on Overpass. So maybe this is the map where he pops off.
He played great in it the other day against Monty. He had a massive clutch in there as well. We're going to need every single player of NAVI in fighting form for this final, or it will be a shadow of the team we've seen throughout the playoffs so far. Didn't drop their first map until this very series. And now NAVI down 0-2, looking to pull the full reverse sweep. It won't be in this round. They don't need to give Simple the chance here. It's not a kit for NAVI, and the realization is setting in. That will guarantee it. Bit's going to save his Galil, and MOUZ go 2-0 up. Hooksy, you called them the best T-sided Mirage team. They got 7 rounds against you, despite Monacy playing an unbelievable first half in your Mirage match in the playoffs. What were your takeaways from that game?
Well, I think that they're just really good, first of all, at doing these small fakes that creates space on the map elsewhere, and I think they just feel really comfortable, like everyone. They're like a young team, you know, they probably grinded Face It for half their life. And yeah, Mirage is where you play the most. So I think they just feel really comfortable, and this is one of the maps as well where Shuhei feels really good. So yeah, I think that's the takeaway mostly. Yeah,
talking of the grind of young players as well. I mean, you've got Monacy in your team coming from the same, situation, the Academy League, coming from the old NAVI junior roster. Like, do you see that in this next generation of players, how willing and how committed they are to the game?
Well, I think that there's always been this willingness to grind hard, even from like my generation as well. But it's just, with these players, they are born with a mouse in their hand, right, basically. Yeah. It's so sick. So, yeah. But
I also think like there's kind of more of a pressure to just be like a very complete player, like in a sense, to actually like get these chances to play on top organizations, right? Like you can't get by not knowing like util, for example. That just doesn't exist. There's going to be someone else who's willing to put that time in, put that grind in. Simple. Back at spawn, MOUZ have run down the A play, and well, that should be pretty much this round over and done with. Frozen secures it with that double opener. The rest of NAVI was stacked over towards B, and so just tapped out, dealt with cleanly.
I think Torshi's form is probably the most interesting part of this MOUZ team, other than, I guess, young Jimmy. But, an AWPer that was close to being cut, it felt like, had a lot to say with an in-game leader change, made big promises, and actually delivered here as well. He's had such a...
Who was, like, under their average level, when it comes to stats, at least. It was mostly Jimmy and Sertian going up a lot, especially Sertian. He's this kind of guy who's like a playmaker, if he's having a good tournament, that's really, really important for MOUZ, and just makes the life easier for Shui as well when it comes to calling. So
perfect time for everyone to peak.
Yeah, I always get the feel with Xerxen as well. He has to be like a very self-sufficient player. This round is going to be an example of him kind of leading the charge, trying to be the guy cracking open the B play. Xerxen will fall, nothing accomplished here. Impact, can he do it? Also run through by JL. Back at the site, the bomb drop beside him, and JL will eventually get dealt with. That second player even located, so a 5v2 for NAVI. Now turned into a 2-on-3. It slows down a little bit now with that flank getting spotted. Torshi does try to deal with it.
It's crazy they're aware of that flank. It's so early in the round. Before anyone has been spotted, they try and cross out of positions as the molly lands and Simple stops them. Frozen has a gap. He's worked it out. He's pieced it together. He doesn't know about that third player, but he's figured out he can go back to catwalk. Simple has the same realization, and it won't come easy. It won't come at all. NAVI on the board.
It's a very good round from Simple. Very good read to go back and check out the short position. Clears out Frozen as he tries to find that routing to get out silently with the bomb and begin the 1v3.
Felt like the explosiveness of that B-pop kind of fizzled out a bit. Like, they didn't just run at them like with Mag 10s or anything. They kind of stopped to take good duels, and I think that's actually what lost them the round a bit.
Yeah, it felt like they didn't really have like the waves necessary to actually get past that, right? You kind of had the first two players fighting, like I think it was Jimmy and Zershin going deep in the site, but everyone else fights from the platform.
Well, we try again. Maybe it's better this time.
Mag 10 this time. Bit more pace in it. Oh, they smoked the volley. They're going for it. Lexi hears that. That's early warning. This B rush is coming. JL on a further position this time, and the Mag 10 gets shot in the back. So this is already off to a similar start. MOUZ cordoned in the apartments, have nowhere to go.
Yeah, this could end up being a very similar feeling round unless someone from MOUZ is willing to deal with Alexi, who's playing up close behind this smoke. Dropped that in earlier, gives himself almost a wall to play behind, and now is Simple here to lend a helping hand. And JL swinging it wide from short.
He's out.
NAVI will lock MOUZ down. Jimmy out on an island, but 1-on-3 here as he creeps forward. That Orb's bearing down on him, out of ammo, onto the Glock. Surely can't get this kill, and JL will lock him out of the 1v3.
Simple's hitting at least, that's something. One missed shot, but no chance for MOUZ to get any control as they lose their first player. RV control the B rush both times here. I love that bench smoke as well that Alexi throws just in front of the truck. Lets him play behind bench, lets him climb back over.
But they were definitely not. That didn't look planned the way they extinguished the molly and gave him like this early warning, as you said. That looked pretty sketchy.
Just so much warning for NAVI. They know what's coming. Alexi's even playing the Mag 10 in this round, so a suboptimal save. But let's see what he can do with it. Trying to farm these ecoing players. Simple starts off.
Yeah, all right, though. This is more like it out of NAVI. Simple and Bit both find an opener. Exertion trying to... Oh, Simple looked right at him. There you go. Second time's the charm for Simple. And with Exertion dead, this round shouldn't get too much more exciting for MOUZ. It's just Yimpat and Frozen left up in it, and Simple is still fighting, this time out of the sandwich. Now, he was spotted there right at the end. Yimpat now knows.
Frozen has a molly.
They're gonna force the swing out of Simple. That's the AWP remove. This one could still get exciting. There's a second player having rotated in at the stairs, and Ema will help clean that up so the Deagles never get weirder than the one kill on Simple. And that's a tie game from NAVI.
It's just better to see them start a little stronger, a little earlier, right? This should be a half where Simple should be able to put NAVI in his backpack. CT side of Mirage. NAVI have started both previous maps on the T side, once by choice on Inferno, and once with the danger of picking Overpass. That's why, you know, even the analysts talked about the danger of picking this map, even in a BO5, and we saw what happened. NAVI got 11-4 down and had no gas left in the tank once it came to that second.
Even dare to say they should have gotten away with it, because if it wasn't for this Shuhei 4K crazy round, they actually had a good T side and they got into a lot of good situations. They just, for some reason, couldn't close it out, and I think that's going to be honestly the decider for this whole series, this Overpass pick.
Would you say it was a requirement to win this series?
I think it's definitely, it would have made their life easier for sure, but obviously they can come back now if they catch momentum, and I don't know how MOUZ is going to react mentally, but yeah.
I mean, you've been in these positions, 2-1 up in a grand final, losing third map, yet still 4-1-ing, 3-1-ing.
Yeah.
So
4-1.
Not
Played the fifth map for fun. They'd already done it. Oh.
Able to keep your head in it in those situations, easier said than done. And these players are young. These players are inexperienced in comparison to some of the guys on NAVI, the Alexis, the Simples. Over the top of stairs comes Ema. He's got a lot to do on this A attack. Flashed in for a ramp fight. MOUZ bound back. 3-on-5. Not an easy spot.
Looking forward to see, like, we're already in the 7th round, and if MOUZ will lose this, then it will be another eco, and then it would be the 9th round before we see Torshi with an AWP doing a default or something. And I don't know if that's the right way to do things. Like, I understand where he wants to go with this B pop twice in a row, but you know, now it looks kind of stupid because it didn't go well.
I mean, going back to it, right? Like, going back to the B play that kind of started this whole tide for NAVI, this time in the 3-on-5. It feels desperate, but they get past that AWP at least, so maybe. Oh, awkward out of Alexi, but he's able to recover it, and Simple moves in.
Oh, that could have gone very wrong, right? If Alexi goes down there, Simple suddenly in a compromised position, more eyes on him, but MOUZ dragged back and forth between the B players, and NAVI hold on yet again.
I think one of the things that is interesting is, you know, obviously whenever you get these BO5s, if it starts off like 2-0 to one of the squads, it suddenly becomes like an unrealistic idea of the comeback, right? I don't think we've had that yet in LAN play.
Nope.
So, you know, hasn't been done before. But I think in this matchup, right at the end of Go, if there ever was a time for it, it could be a team like NAVI with a Simple getting warmed up versus a MOUZ that, sure, while they've been fantastic and they're here 2-0 right now, they've also been riding the higher momentum. If that gets shaken a little, you know, what happens then? Simple, all from the spawn, knife pulled as they try to fight.
He had a Glock.
Down under. It will fall, but it's quickly mopped up. Another knife out of Torshi. He really wants that AWP. Oh, he's got it. He's got that AWP. Now he's got some legs on him in the round. Torshi, any more from the AWP? A second kill. This guy started the round bringing a knife to a gunfight. And now he's found his way onto the big green. Torshi and Frozen, this was not meant to be a round that MOUZ had much to say in. And they've battled it down to a 2v2. Will it stop there? Does the buck stop with Torshi retrieving this AWP back at the spawn? 50 seconds. MOUZ have slowed it right down.
It's so uncomfortable. They think there's a flank just because NAVI have stopped facing. They're waiting for the plant. They want to play retake and try and isolate MOUZ in their post-plant positions. But they might be able to catch him in the open. This is great timing on the re-aggress. The bomb cannot cross. NAVI know that. Frozen must reset. Even if he goes Palace, it gives him another route into this A-bomb site. Torshi gets smoked out. Timing shot does not take it. And NAVI gets safely back up.
Salve, galera, voltei. Foi mal aí a demora. O que eu perdi aqui? Tem que voltar, né? Bastante, não?
His util is the top of the game, and imagine if he gets both kills here with two players in the side. Time for the timing on the rear flank.
The squads, it suddenly
He wants to.
Alexi's the
Voltar esse round aqui. Pra entender o que veio depois desse round.
Able to keep your head in it in those situations, easier said than done. And these players are young. These players are inexperienced in comparison to some of the guys on NAVI, the Alexis, the Simples. Over the top of stairs comes Ema. He's got a lot to do on this A attack. Flashed in for a ramp fight. MOUZ bound back. 3-on-5. Not an easy spot.
Já perdeu o Churchill e o Shiwi nesse domínio meio. Léo Catusso, inclusive, aí, resub 2 meses. Salve, salve. Tamo junto, Léo.
I don't know if that's the right way to do things. Like, I understand where he wants to go with this B pop twice in a row, but you know, now it looks kind of stupid because it didn't go well.
I mean, going back to it, right? Like, going back to the B play that kind of started this whole tide for NAVI, this time in the 3-on-5. It feels desperate, but they get past that AWP at least, so maybe. Awkward out of Alexi, but he's able to recover.
Sem chance.
Simple suddenly in a the B players.
Obviously, whenever you get these BO5s, if it's
bom, parece que eles foram B alguns rounds, né?
Easy.
Opa, Gabo, tamo junto.
Salve, PC Monstro.
Salve, salve, tamo junto, meu querido. Eles foram B 3 vezes seguidas, né? O MOUZ. E agora eles estão indo A, né? Forçadola. Forçadola não, semi entrada A. Meu Deus, meu Deus, meu Deus, meu Deus. Que loucura é essa, cara?
Meu Deus!
Tamo junto, Gabi. Obrigado pelo seu Prime, 4 meses. Salve, salve, meu lindo. MOUZ faz um CS correto, sem aquela palhaçada do James. Assistindo esse time da MOUZ, a impressão é que os 5 fazem muita diferença individualmente, não tem pino. Tuxê, o individual do MOUZ, eu tava falando na minha visão, assim, o que eu sinto da MOUZ. Variedade tática, o Shio e Capitão manda muito bem individualmente e também ele sabe mudar o ritmo. Torze jogando, entendendo finalmente o impacto que ele tem que ter com uma WP. Jimmy, pico de performance do jovenzinho aí, arrebentando. Frozen também muito consistente. Map pool deles é o melhor de todos? Não é. Mas eles... E no que eles se propõem a fazer, eles estão jogando muito bem. Não sinto uma grande variedade tática na parte de TR, principalmente deles, na forma de jogar, dependendo do oponente. Eu acho que eles variam muito bem o que eles já possuem e sabem mudar o ritmo muito bem. Mas eu não sinto, por exemplo, uma preparação absurda para jogar contra o time, aí depois vai jogar contra outro time e joga totalmente diferente. Isso não acontece. Acho que eles estão muito mais focados no deles. E a questão individual. Todos jogam bem individualmente. E o Capita também entrega na parte individual. Então fica fácil. É o que você falou.
What a nade for Alexi, though. He played that perfectly, just getting enough room with the smoke that he knew he could nade the planter. The realization that that bomb is back on ramp. And Navi don't panic, they don't rotate out.
Yeah, I really like that Navi never kind of reacted in the 2v2, right? You could tell that MOUZ were really hoping that at some point someone would just look into the site and give that fight to the Torshi orb.
Yeah, I actually thought he was about to leave the whole A bomb site and run back to B with the bomb as well, but then he went Abs instead, which he's probably regretting right now.
Just want to stick by your AWP. Hope he can cover you, but can't stop the nades. Torshi will in this round. Out behind the boxes. Simple trying to be threatening from the connector. And Ima on top of the boost as well. Navi really fighting for this mid control, but MOUZ have players out under on Cat. Shui comes up first, Ima gets a spot, and he converts the kill, even escapes before that bench player trade, so Navi can sit back in a 5-on-4.
Dominaram bem o meio aqui o time do MOUZ. Foi 2 rato, 2 top meio. Apagou a mole da carroça, molou janela, flash na liga pra tirar o cara também. Errou a mole aqui, né? O cara da janela, número 1. Errou a mole rato, infelizmente. O que permitiu o Jimp amarotar aqui. O IM tá achando que ele tá safe, mas ele não tá. Já já ele morre. Quase morre.
Good spot for Alexi. He saw one player crossover. He's waiting to collect that kill, and it will come to him. Torshi. Oh, double up on the short side. Torshi on this AWP, hungry, but Simple locks him out. B is closed. And so now Yimpat and Frozen, 2v3, bomb all the way back in the apartments. This one's got to slow down.
Tá na mão do Jim. E ele não perde troca, velho. Ô, molequinho chato, velho.
And this is the B player, so they now Simple will for sure think that B should be clear, but the A player is on V, so now it gets really confusing for him. And it was all
isso aqui é legal. E isso aqui rola muito, isso não é contextualizado nas transmissões brasileiras. O cara que morreu ali é o jogador da B, né? Que é o Jimp. Que morreu não, que matou ali é o jogador da B. E o Frozen é o jogador da A. Então agora o Simple vai achar justamente que é A, né? Só que eles estão invertidos, né? O Jimp, que é o cara que é o lurker da B, que é o cara que causa na B, ele tá na liga. E o cara que é o da A, que às vezes tá no palácio, na caverna, ele tá no tapete da B com a C4. Então agora o Simple, o que o Hulk falou aqui é que provavelmente o Simple vai achar que isso aqui vai ser um round pra A mesmo. Vamos ver se é isso que vai acontecer.
Everything was because the bomb was in spawn. That's why he's there. Which, I don't know, it makes no sense if you look at it from Simple's perspective, so it makes sense why he left.
Olha lá, já vazou já. Eles estão focados na aula. Viu o rumor sobre o Bumbla? Vi, já comentei a respeito, Tuxê. Eu acho que deve acontecer mesmo aí, né? E o que inocenta... Meu Deus. Será que se ele não pulasse, ele sobrevivia? O Ace reto?
Oh dear! Oh no! Simple
Eu acho que o Bumbla vai dar bom, mano, lá. Inocenta a questão do Nafane, mais do que nunca, né? E agora eles vão tirar o Hobbit, provavelmente, botar o Bumbla e liberar o Electronic. E aí eu acho que o time vai fazer mais sentido e vai ganhar algumas coisas aí.
With a couple of missteps from NAVI on the way to lend a helping hand.
What do you make of that?
That feels bad. Dying to a molly and then after you miss the jump and basically die because of that as well, that definitely takes the wind out of your sails a bit. But they are in a good spot still. They have exactly enough for a full buy with orb and everything, so even though the anti-eco before got expensive, they just built so much money from before that.
Ooh, good flash. Everyone's blind, even JL, but
todo mundo cego.
Both kills and Torshi's not ready for a man.
Taquinho vai pra onde? Não sei, Gabo.
And NAVI can forget about
yeah,
the pace of the path.
This is actually quite nice, right? Like you kind of, I imagine you breathe a bit of a sigh of relief here with how clean this one.
Não sei pra que time ele vai, velho. Por enquanto ele tá jogando com um mix, né? CS2 lá com os mixzinhos.
You can screw your heads back on and pick up around this cleanly. 5 alive at the end of it for NAVI after that weird 2v2 in the last.
Algum time brasileiro.
For MOUZ, not working out so far. Both weapon rounds where they actually
Não sei quem tá precisando de IGL aí. Entre, não sei que função ele quer fazer.
Maybe it's time to take the tempo out or even double down and do it even faster, who knows?
Well, unfortunately they haven't got the money this time, so we might just see the eco for MOUZ that could lean them into a quicker one.
Pretende ser coach? Pretende ser coach, Gabo, tô vendo aí.
So that's something here for MOUZ. Keep 2K,
o que fazer?
go next.
Provavelmente não no Brasil. Os times brasileiros não vão mexer, pelo que parece.
I feel like Shuey is someone, and one of the words I think Connor used to describe it was almost like stubborn at times. He will just like keep trying to force a cool through if he believes in it till it works. And so I am curious to see if we see, you know, kind of slower rounds out of MOUZ, or if we
round tá livre.
like
Tailu, Peacemaker, Tailu não.
Tailu
Tailu no seu line hoje. Todo chinesado em peso. Coach chinês, analista chinês, manager chinês, line chinês. Opa! Pego no pulo, né? É o famoso pego no pulo. Rasgado, Alex. Bisquelão, pulou, deitado.
I think both me and Shuhi, we have the same way of thinking about this, and it's just like it works so much easier when you have the momentum, and it's really hard when you don't. So I think MOUZ is in like huge trouble right now. Usually they get 8-9 rounds on their T side on Mirage, so their CT side will be put to the test now.
Pressure's on. Maybe Torsi can come back for a knife kill. He's got a Glock again.
O Hux falou aí que o Shuey, que ele acha que o Shuey é um IGL muito de questão de momento, né? Que geralmente eles pegam 8, 9 rounds de TR na Mirage e que agora parece que o CT do MOUZ vai ser botado para teste nessa série aqui. Vamos ver quantos rounds eles vão conseguir fazer. E ganham, O que quebra a teoria do Hux aí. Eles vão fazer mais do que isso, talvez, de rounds. Vamos ver. Não lembro quanto virou, né? Mas... Quanto tá o jogo lá, Coringão Intense? Heroic Peace de novo. 13-9 tá o jogo. Caramba, Intense vai ganhar do Coringão. Meu Deus, meu Deus, meu Deus, meu Deus. Beleza.
They get isolated and
Jimmy
puts that gun to use.
It's like, I think almost probably every team in top 10 has this call. I think Heroic brought it into the meta at first, and I'm actually surprised that it worked, because nowadays when people see this exact smoke you're talking about, the way it bounces is very unique, and you know there will be 2 flashes following up. And somehow Ima got caught after the first one, which I was surprised about. So, but yeah, it worked out in the end.
I think Simple got shot there by
so
JL,
cheesy.
by the way. He got
Olha
shot
lá.
in middle. Simple
Spotado.
He got peeked, and then Zershin goes on for more. The gap in the box. In middle, Simple I think Simple got
que legal.
shot there by
So
JL,
cheesy.
by the way. He got shot in middle, Simple turned around and
Bonito.
peeked, and then Zershin goes on for more. The gap in the box
Tá.
gives him all the info he needs to find a double kill in middle, and you bet Na'Vi are pissed right now. An eco win from
Certeza.
MOUZ into a dominant round like
Acabou,
this,
né?
and the money
Quebra
will be
econômica do Navi agora por conta disso.
Done about that. And try hold on to this on M4.
Simple Ima
Hitting, looking at
Delta.
we didn't do that. What happened there? Pushing top mid.
Yeah,
Mouse kind of looking at that blood like, damn, we didn't do that. What's happened there?
Yeah, that's a frustrating round.
It's a tilter.
There's something to be said about like these few rounds over the last like 4 rounds. The ones that Na'Vi have lost have all felt quite rough. Like they lose to the Tech 9 push in the round prior to last.
Já pensou onde ele tá com o mouse no parceiro de equipe dele? Ao vivo? Será que é possível?
Yep.
So, you know, you got to say there's something about how MOUZ are grinding into this and how the rounds for Na'Vi all feel like they've had some weird caveat to go alongside it.
Those 8-9 round halves on the T side may be apparent after all. MOUZ with what should be a freebie has every right to be. Just been
MSG MOUZ, né?
He is going to get caught. He's been spotted. He doesn't know. He's walking into his death. And while it comes through, the Zeus ain't that rangy, bud. This is not going to happen for Na'Vi.
Meu Deus.
Not in a million years. MOUZ ready to split this site. JL does get a backstab.
Já tá ele. Nossa, levou 2, cara. Bad time do Simple, do HS. Simple tá azarado, mano. Ele deve estar muito tiltado. Errou o timing, deu HS, o cara morreu. E aí tá, ele baitou o amigo dele, né? JL. É, o beat ele caiu um pouco a performance dele, mano. HS Machine. É verdade, o beat não tá a mesma coisa sob a liderança do Bisquela, velho. Ele continuou muito bom. Não me entenda errado.
Bloody and bruised, MOUZ will come out with a 7-round T side.
I mean, this next one gets to decide whether or not this is like a great first half for MOUZ or just a good first half for MOUZ, right? Like you've kind of put a good bit of emphasis in this over how the T side felt like an important place for MOUZ to find their success, and they've kind of gone on to do that in this half. Where it gets really lucrative is winning this one. They break Na'Vi's money, and suddenly they're looking at 9-6. Husi, is that kind of crazy? Considering at one point you were paranoid that Na'Vi had all the momentum.
Like this one round with the pistol armor decided a lot for them, and like for now, like if it was us playing and we got 7 rounds on T, the rest will be bonus. Like I'm happy with 7 rounds on this map, so.
É, também acho que eles estão felizes com 7 rounds, considerando a história do jogo. O jogo tava 7-4, viram para um 7-6, tá bom demais. Não lembro, eles ganharam o pistol ou perderam? Não vi, né? É o Carmate que mandou aí, vídeo novo YouTube, Free Fúria. Quem perdeu, dá uma assistida aí, vocês vão gostar. Esse meio toma água. É, o Navi não tá querendo brigar, não.
Retake, but with an auto shotgun.
É, Navi jogando com um retake, bem observado pelo Huxi. Navi jogando retake A com um cara de shotgun. Agora pegou uma coach, dá pra dar retake.
3 meses PAC, conteúdo muito bom.
Opa, ó o César Luiz aí, 3 meses Prime, tamo junto, César. Obrigado, meu querido. Tô devendo sorteios pra vocês aí, voltamos em breve, hein? Várias novidades legais. Várias coisas legais aí. Fiquem ligados.
HE to follow. Nice. Impact burning and forced out into the Molotov. Na'Vi, this is the moment. This is the chance to try and salvage this CT side. They've crossed in. Torshi.
Acho que amanhã já teremos novidades. Vamos ver. Opa.
Torshi moving in. Alexi's retrieved that kit.
Olha o Torsi, mano.
And that is a fight.
Esses rounds, mano, esses clutches, tá? Inclusive, na série inteira, esse aqui é o terceiro mapa que a gente tá fazendo. Na série inteira, eu sinto que o MOUZ é muito superior nas situações, velho. Individual, fala mais alto.
We can only guess, but from my point of view, it looks like there's a lot of miscommunication on Navi's side right now, and it makes sense since they're still new to all this international lineup, English-speaking team, but damn, that's the most frustrating way to lose as well, when you just... You feel like you're doing
o Hux começou a especular aqui, né, que faria sentido se o Navi estivesse com problemas de comunicação, esse negócio de falar inglês. Eu falei isso já lá quando eles montaram essa line, mano. As pessoas subestimam a importância da comunicação no jogo. Montar essa line aí com 2 ucranianos, o Beat nem inglês fala direito, o Simple tá longe de ser fluente. Não sei como é inglês de IMJL, pra ser sincero, mas o fato é que com certeza a comunicação desses caras não é clean. O Vitality demorou pra atingir um pico de performance com os franceses lá. Conseguiram, se tornaram uma equipe consistente muito boa. O Navi tá longe de ser ruim, mas talvez faça sentido o que o Hux está falando aqui. Alguns erros de comunicação no meio do round. Erro ou falta de comunicação. Vamos aí que pode ficar no banco da Liquid. Para você, o que faltou para esse time da Liquid se encaixar? O mesmo problema da Cloud9, querer inventar com o Yakindar de capitão. Cara, eu não entendo. É os dois times aí que você vê que os dois vão dar merda. Um já deu. E já tá o bot do Boomla. O outro também. Agora já mudou, vai ser o coach IGL para liberar o Yakindar. E, mano, é outra coisa que não é assim. Não é assim. Eu não acho que hoje em dia você precisa ter um IGL super experiente, dedicado e tal. Prova disso, o Shield. Mas você pegar um jogador com grande impacto e botar ele de IGL, que é o Yakindar, por exemplo, né? Ou o Electronic, que tem potencial de ser muito bom fazendo outras funções, esse é o problema. Esse é o problema pra mim. O Shield, por exemplo, talvez ele tenha potencial pra fazer outras funções tão bem quanto de IGL. Mas ele tem no time 4 caras que, mano, compensa isso aí pra ele. Agora, no time do Cloud9, você apontaria que o Hobbit é melhor que o Electronic? No auge? Ou, sei lá, bota todos esse time aí. Todo mundo é muito melhor que o Electronic? Pra compensar ter ele de IGL? Essa que é a questão. Todo mundo é muito melhor que o Yakindar? Pra compensar ter ele de IGL? Pelo amor de Jesus, né? Começamos aqui, hein? Perdemos o Pistol já, não? Pistol na tela. 9-6.
This is so weird. Just imagine playing and you just have no idea what's going on.
You almost have to pull back here. You can't walk into B with the window not broken. It would give it all away right now. And even though MOUZ are aware of this possibility, they're just spotting. They're just playing for info. And Frozen finds out the hard way. That should open up the path to A, unless the bomb gets cut off by Zertian.
Você jogou CS2 na GC? Não, joguei Premier, Code. Inclusive eu tô com acho que 5 ou 6 vitórias. Já. Eu empatei uma e ganhei 6. Jogando solo, sem ninguém. Quase um pesadelo, mas beleza.
Backstab is in. Ema wins his fight and Simple closes in on the backstab. It's 3 in the pistol. Rip roaring from Simple.
Tem OT, só que depois do OT você empata. Chega uma hora que você empata. Dá um tie. Isso é tipo, depois do primeiro OT, se você empata, dá tie. É, nesse lobby meu aí era um cara que tava trolando mesmo. O cara morreu. No primeiro armado ele já começou a xingar. Aí ele morreu por conta de um cara baitando no time. Ele pegou, mutou todo mundo e falou que ia trollar o jogo. Muito bom, cara.
But that's easier said than done, and MOUZ are already making some moves in
Imagina
the
cair com um cara
mid-round. We have
desse,
the
nossa,
first
queria
kind of
matar
20
ele.
seconds play out with NAVI looking to take this mid control. MOUZ don't get faced anywhere else, and so now they look to take some room on the extremities with Shui pushing up and taking ramp control away. That frees up Torshi to be a little more mobile on the scout. So you'll see him
O controle do meio
leading through the
splitear aqui
market.
safe, né?
Frozen starts to peel out of the
Eles
A
deixaram
site as
cara
well, and that's right
pra
as
travar o
NAVI
L,
look to move in.
3 liga,
Shui
palácio,
alone in
trade
the
no Shui assim
defensive
que
A, he puts up
o
one.
IM teve o contato, picou na hora certa o JL aqui. Tem o Alex travando o L, muito bem executado. Cai a casa do Sr. MOUZ.
Gain a bit.
Flashy behind her in the first place.
E
Mirage
é um eco seco. Vamos dar uma acelerada até a ação aqui, vamos ver o que vai acontecer. Perde meio o MOUZ, vai rolar mais um split. Dessa vez o MOUZ escolhe estacar B ao invés de A. Vai rolar mais um split. Bem executado.
Frozen's just been sat up there the entire round as well, waiting for that.
goes for the knife and he loses his
Just been sat up
Olha
there
o
the
Simple,
entire
velho, tentou ir
round
operar,
as well,
velho.
waiting for that.
Morreu.
for the knife
E
and
ferrou,
loses
karma.
his AK.
It's basically.
On scout and
Julian, that's the first time in this series, and like he's playing connector, which is probably on this map the most important position. So once again, they rely on him stepping up as well.
got to get activated. He's got support from the ladder side. Zershion's dropped in on the
Oh,
bricks.
is that a missed window smoke at an RV?
Does look like it. Drop down under.
Smoke errado a janela, hein?
Punish. There's no one punishing here. The AWP is all the way back in CT again. This will fade soon. Better keep their eyes on the prize.
Searching with a smoke still. You don't want to die up here with a smoke.
Ooh, or just
He
don't
won't.
die. Simple
Yep.
as that. Drop it back down and evade capture. Alexi right-clicks the nade in a little far. Zershon will live to tell the tale, and Navi's mid-control is known about.
And again, Frozen doing a good job of taking back some map control now that they lost middle. They're going for this slow push again. Ooh, this is... Wow. This is spicy.
Oh, and with no noise as well.
É.
Does he check the right side?
Olha a jogada do Shui.
Surely not. I mean, they mollied in here earlier as well. Surely Navi
Nossa.
had no clue that Shui's
Capita
about
contra
to
capita.
walk on him
Gonna do
like
it.
that.
Timing.
So
Pegou de
Alexi
costas.
caught out by
É,
the boost.
as
A
estrelas
bit of
estão
trickery
alinhando,
from
velho. Não tem o que
MOUZ.
fazer, não.
Torshi nails the shot on Bit Crossing. And Navi, this round has blown up in their faces here. 2 versus 5. Grinding to a rather jarring hole in the apartments. They try to come through the smoke. Simple gets in, but with JL dead, Simple
Bruno PA, boa noite,
falls as
vocês estão no cinema.
well.
De mim
And
começou
rounds
uns
like
meses
that just
atrás,
show
um
you
negócio
why
aí na
we love
cortina de
MOUZ,
pé
right?
pra
Like,
fazer
well,
uma
Navi are this
posição sua.
culmination of
Qual,
firepower
Bruno?
players, of high
Não
impact
lembro.
fraggers. MOUZ are a team through and through. They came here from the beginning together, and they will leave CSGO arms linked. That's such a sick reboost.
Yeah, that's really good.
Tanta
mid-round
coisa,
from
Bruno.
MOUZ.
Te peço
And
desculpa, velho.
something
Não
that you will
lembro.
need to win Mirage, especially on the map.
A da
like this. There's
inteligência
a lot of-
artificial.
You know, these small situations where you can get away with small tricks like this can basically win you the whole map.
Well, that's the first gun round. It's a step in the right direction for MOUZ. It's double digits first, and it's 6 rounds from the trophy.
I think we will get another buy round here, maybe. But one interesting thing about Navi so far for me is
Ah,
that,
agora eu entendi,
you know,
cara.
when you have
É.
like a new lineup and a first time international lineup, you could try to get the easy way out and like play fast, play with set
deixa
calls,
ele,
and you
coitado.
don't really have to
Desculpa.
communicate as much. But they play really slow and defaults with a lot of communication and all this stuff. Like they're playing the long game with this team.
Cara, mostra
It
que foi
looks like for
junto.
me, like they're not taking the easy
Admin
route, so
Juvenas aí, cara.
it's impressive that they're in the final really at this point. Like,
Amém.
after such a
Boa,
little
boa,
time
Bruno.
together.
Essa aí é
I don't
boa,
think
velho.
they
Essa aí eu
even
não...
expected that themselves, so
I mean,
sure.
yeah, Simple said in that interview, right? You kind of had to like come to terms with the fact that they weren't just going to be the best team. ever
Detalhe,
straight
eu
away.
não
It would
sabia,
actually
eu não
take
ia
a while
responder
to
assim na lata,
kind of
mas
work
aí como eu vi o
back up to
Karmatic
that.
falando da IA,
I remember Kerrigan
eu
saying
fui
when he was
levado
announced,
nessa maré aí, cara, da
he
maldade
expected like a
alheia.
team to at least take 6 months to fall into place and like to get on the same page and build a strat book and all this stuff. So to already be here is more than impressive, honestly.
The Navi aren't just here to be here. They're here for the whole thing. You don't get to a grand final without that
É, mano, o
championship
Karmatic é
mentality,
justo.
without that want to win.
That was a little miscommunication from MOUZ though. A double smoke and connector.
Bom, solta um sub aí então, Bruno, pelo menos, vai, depois dessa.
Only
na humildade.
had left with a smoke.
Tô zoando, porra.
10-9
aqui.
On B with that smoke and then
His smoke's already gone out now at the 52nd mark, so no smokes for MOUZ. No way to
Isso, monta uma
slow this
lobbyzinha pra VG
down.
com o pessoal da
They're now
Twitch,
at
eu
the
sou
full
19 GC.
mercy
Vamos montar o
of
Code.
NAVI's exec. It's only one smoke, 3 flashes.
Vamos fazer,
outballing
sim.
from NAVI. That's more than MOUZ have got to work with here.
Cara, eu só não joguei CS. Ih, o cara tá bebendo, ó. Matou a breja. Vocês não viram porque a câmera tá coisando, mas o cara tá matando uma brejinha.
JL trying to move in is shut out. Simple brings in
Ao
another.
vivo.
Surely no more. Simple's doing it
Ao
all. One man army out through Palace.
Young Jim.
And it's all
O cara que
left
pode fazer a
on
diferença é esse
Impact.
cara aí, mano.
Alone in the
Ultimamente ele não
window
tem
and
feito
far
muito,
removed
né?
from the
Mas
round. He kind of hangs around here with the kit dropped in
Simple é
front
o
of him. He
Simple. Ó o
could
Bruno aí,
retrieve
escorregou o
that.
sub. Valeu, Brunão. Tamo
Decides
junto, meu
against
querido.
it. Plays the save here and concedes a tie game to NAVI. It's clear that Simple wants to put this game on his shoulders if he can. He's looked to be so influential across this second half. He came in, had that big 3K in the pistol.
Mandou bem na mensagem. Isso aí eu nunca tinha visto. Isso aí eu nunca tinha visto. É que tem uns caras que colam na minha live e falam disso também, cara. Ixi, toma cuidado com essa mensagem aí, velho.
But he's at least delivering right now.
I wouldn't trust anyone else quite as much inside of this team right now. And sure, there's been some frustration in this map, but Navi's still fighting for it. 10-10, refusing to go quiet. Such an important timing on Torsi's reposition. He was watching Palace the entire time. And they get hunted down.
Mano, se tem uma coisa... Ó, agora foi a primeira vez que eu vejo alguém com uma emoção nesse time do MOUZ. Porque, mano, os caras não tiltam. Parece que os caras estão numa resenha eterna, velho. O Jimp aqui, então, cara, ele tá muito feliz, velho. A única coisa que ele quer, velho, é jogar um CSzinho tranquilo. Ele não quer mais nada da vida dele. O Shield, ele é good vibes. O Churchill também, Frozen também.
the biggest deal in the world and also have you ever seen this guy get caught off guard?
No, true.
Actually, never. Like, it's insane. I've been watching this guy anyway, so it's not... Yeah, but it's a smoke for Yimpad anyway, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. And also, have you ever seen this guy get caught off guard?
No, true.
Actually, never. Like, it's insane. I've been watching him the whole final, and he didn't get caught off guard a single time.
No, he checks everything, I feel.
Yeah.
Even like corners where they physically can't.
É, o Hulk tá falando aqui, cara, que eu tô assistindo a final inteira e ele não vê o Jimpet ser pego de surpresa nenhuma vez. Nunca, de costas, de lado, nada.
Like, he is thorough.
Não checar um canto que o cara
Keen for it.
tá escondido. Mano, ele realmente é fora do padrão aqui, velho.
He wasn't getting cleared. I think it was even in your game as well. It's got to be something Navi know about. We've seen him back in that position today. He's doing a jump spot, baiting for Zersham right now.
Hulk que perdeu pra ele, né? Quarto de final.
Not towards B there. Eyes out middle, Orb looking for a pick, and MOUZ refusing to offer one up.
Churchill is playing way more towards B-ups than he usually is, which suggests that I think they expected Navi to have some game plan to maybe hit the B-ups a bit more, but so far it's just been slow rounds, taking mid control, getting it down to this.
Número... É, o Hulk está falando que ele tá sentindo uma diferença. Bom, ele estuda o MOUZ, né? Constantemente, inclusive estudou pra jogar. Mas falou que tem 2 jogadores... É, a Massara ela espirra com carinho, né, cara? Nem se eu botar uma espuma de aço aqui.
You just smashed, they just won on A, so now they will switch it up.
Esse microfone tanca o espirro.
Yeah, they just keep going with what works.
This flash, Frozen turns back into it. He has to jump through a bit, escape through the smoke, and he finds that entry kill.
Ele falou que tá sentindo que os caras do MOUZ estão jogando com 2 cara B muito mais do que o convencional. Vamos ficar de olho se é isso mesmo. Ele acha que pode ser algum tipo de plano de jogo, esperando que o Navi vai bastante B, enfim. Até então o Navi fazendo feijão com arroz aqui, pegando controle de mapa e splitando A. Novamente vem outro. Ambos os times não brigando muito pelo meio, né? Uma tendência no CT de ambos aqui, de não ficar se matando no meio sem parar.
It's got to be something Na'Vi know about. We've seen him back in that position today. He's doing a jump spot, baiting for Xerxes right now on the balcony. Na'Vi are in no hurry, especially not towards B there.
Papo de vocês
Eyes out
aí,
middle, Orb looking for a pick, and MOUZ refusing to offer one up.
Xerxes is playing way more towards B-ups than he usually is, which suggests that I think they expected Navi to have some game plan to maybe hit the B-ups a bit more, but so far it's just been slow rounds, taking mid control.
É, o plano é uma glória. Pode gritar o tempo inteiro, velho. Deixou dois caras no top meio, voltou, pegou, voltou e splitou. Olha lá, Smoke liga, vamos cortar o mapa novamente. Nesse momento aqui, 46 segundos, nesse segundo corte de mapa, que a gente chama no competitivo, é quando os caras smocam janela, smocam liga, é quando eles vão definir o round, tá? Geralmente quando isso acontece, é quando os CTs reagem. Vamos ver o que eles vão fazer aqui. O único que tem smoke é o Frozen, que inclusive ele está na A. Vamos ver qual vai ser a reação dele.
Now they will switch it up. And yeah, they just keep going with what works.
This flash, Frozen turns back into it. He has to jump through.
Ele foi pego. Parecia que ele ia fazer alguma coisa. Aqui, ó. Só que ele não contava com essa flash perfeita, feita pelo número 4, Simple.
Turns back into it. He has to jump through a bit, escape through the smoke, and he finds that entry kill. Torshi's got to do it all right now. A 1v1 against number 1. It's Simple down on ramp. Torshi falls off the bombs. He waits for the Palace play instead. 25 seconds. The bomb's out ramp.
Even makes it over the stairs as well, continuing to apply pressure to this orb back at the spawn. A big kill from Impact comes out from jungle, and a 3-on-3 ensues with Ema trying to reclaim this space in jungle. Can he go toe-to-toe with Jimmy in this fight?
Olha lá, Jimmy de Impact. Finalmente, ele não foi pego de surpresa. Ele pulou pra tirar a mira. O parceiro dele. Só pra esclarecer, tá?
NAVI, that second player could be anywhere. They could just look to play around this bomb. There is nothing that Exertion can do here, and he knows it. They'll even look to hunt him down right at the close. He knocks the orb out from Simple's hands. JL will try and retrieve it, but
pegou? Olha, quase que ele morre. Ia ficar sem grana, hein?
Kill to maintain that AWP for NAVI.
But more importantly, deny Torshi a solo AWP in this round, right? If that gets out, that's the if you're going to have one gun on an eco, that's the perfect gun on CT Mirage. Just play very mobile, go for picks. Torshi's been sat back in CT
Yoshida. Salve, salve, seja bem-vindo, Yoshida. Valeu pelo seu follow, inclusive, tamo junto.
So that's a massive exit for JL. It keeps the money in good standing. It puts Navi
up demais. Navi deu muito mole em alguns rounds. Deu mole, velho. Ficou apertadaço aqui. Mas é merecimento total do MOUZ de levar aqui essa série. Esse mapa aqui tá muito apertado. Bem mais apertado que os outros dois, na minha visão. Navi podia estar facilmente aqui com uma vantagem maior. É um mapa bom do Navi, né? Mirage. Double need de janela.
MOUZ every round as well, giving them mid control. They don't like run out catwalk like we saw JL, for example, was doing on his city side, or Ema as well.
MOUZ não tá nem aí de dar um meio da Mirage.
No, I think you need a good mixture of like, for example, MOUZ. I rarely see them go for these plays, and I think it's good to have a mixture of this thing where you take slope after them getting mid, and then where you actually fight for the control.
É, foi pick da MOUZ. Tô sabendo.
But yeah, maybe they also didn't feel like doing it because they never really had like a stable economy, and I get that you don't want to take as many risks when your money is low. So
got to keep them on their toes right now. Navi know what to expect.
There's no worse feeling than like trying to swing mid with your first AWP in 3 rounds and you just lose it immediately, and it's like, well, guess I asked for it. Here we
Nem
are.
começou o jogo.
They've got the mid control.
Nem vai começar, cara.
Pistols here. MOUZ actually did offer up some resistance in middle, but the Deegs were no match for the fancy rifle work and NAVI. Exertion, maybe his is. The Eagle back at jungle. Exertion seems to want to give this a try. Swinging it wide, Ema will deal with him. And so that Deagle locked out, and with it, the round
It was close, man. Navi don't give him, the fights he wants. He wants that close peek. He gets the palace jiggle. Then the stairs player goes over, making his crosshair placement a nightmare. Great, dealt with by Navi with 10 seconds left on that plant. The orb's thrown out.
Navi composure as well.
Yeah.
With like, what, 15 seconds left, most teams would just swing on this guy when he gets the first 1D, you know? But they're chilling. They don't go for anything crazy.
O MBR, esse campo inicial aqui foi babo pro MBR, nem sei como perdeu uma Nubis. Então, eu nem falei muito sobre o MBR, cara. Eu até pensei hoje, falei, cara, será que eu faço replay do jogo do MBR? Mas sinceramente, cara, e nem eu falei lá no meu Twitter, eu fiquei feliz que eles levaram, ganharam o campeonato e tudo mais, mas é quase que uma obrigação deles ganhar um camp quando eles estão na final com o Alliance, que acabou de ser formado. Tipo, da hora ganhar o camp, né? É importante ganhar esses camps menores e tal, mas não dá, né, velho? Insane propostas. Eu... Fúria, talvez. Sondagem? Imperial, não sei se tem grana pra comprar o Insane. Não pode ser? Fora esses aí, acho que não tem ninguém assim. Fluxo?
He manages to get in behind the firebox now as util to lay out into CT spawn. Shui trying to play through it. Goes up, goes over, and Simple shuts him down. This should be it for MOUZ. They're continuing.
Mais uma situação? Não, dessa vez o Navi consegue. Caramba, 13-10 esse jogo tava, velho. Olha o Torzi. Dano econômico. Mas o Navi tá bem de economia aqui.
From helping out at the A site as possible, and it was left.
They're so scared of underpass. They're so scared of top mid lurkers. They're taking so much time to come through connector.
Made to his face, all like frustrated, but now he just seems like a motivator more than anything.
For MOUZ, where have they gone? Right on the precipice of taking the final CSGO land, going silent on the CT side of MIRAGE. They're going to throw some aggression into this one. Their first venture into middle, all half. They peek under, they miss the timing. They go back top mid. Torshi, how cocky is
Opa!
He doesn't know there's an orb creeping in. He'll find out the hard way. Torshi, how cocky is he? Does he want to go for more?
Ele vai mais, ó.
He finds two, and MOUZ may
Quebra de default aí do Torshi. Se travaram ali no tapete, ó lá. Um travou o outro.
Said it last round. Torshi always likes to try and make plays and make plays. He shall. 2 kills to the
cara do eco perdido esse round aqui. Olha a Gabriela, velho.
And Shui looks to lock in the round with the bomb controlled. Simple so far away. And this round is anything but a 1v4 as he loops into window. They're watching this, they're holding it from lower. Frozen finishes the job that Torshi starts on that AWP, and that might light a bit of a fire under MOUZ. That's one gun saved out of the last loss.
Na metodologia todo mundo chegou, o mouse Pedro na farofa.
Torshi has kept them in it with that double kill.
Gabriela, seu VIP tá sobre revisão. Tá na mão do Ícaro aí. Dos moderadores aí decidirem o seu futuro. Por conta de falta de presença o suficiente nas lives.
But at the same time, it also feels bad if you give him the whole round to work picks like we did, right? And then you cannot really blame you. Like, it's not like anyone did something really wrong that round. Like, he was holding top mid for the push. He got punished because it's an AWP. Then the guy in underground, same thing. And all of a sudden, it's a 5 versus 3, and then the mistakes comes because you have to take risks, you know? So, yeah, it would look stupid to rush into an AWP and, and everything, but at the same time,
É, Gabriela, você vai ter que ir pra Portugal aí, visitar-nos. Senão, perdeu o VIP.
Sorry, but the fact that Shui is up here means that this round is kind of a non-starter for NAVI.
Bom, aqui, MOUZ conseguiu. Você vê como é a vida? A vida é dura. O MOUZ ganhou, o NAVI ganhou. Perdeu um round, quebrou a economia. Inclusive foi esse round aqui, né? Da patetada lá na B.
For how punish him. So, and he knows this as well because of the economy that they only had 2 loss bonus. There's no way they can have an AWP. So he will be like he will have a playground basically on the whole map, and he is going for it.
It's about time. Send it, lad. Flick out.
Sobe, Crancão.
Dear, oh dear, disaster.
É, pode pagar nossa passagem, vai ajudar também.
Really ballsy way for Torchi to try and begin the
Como é que
round.
você tá, Crancão, beleza?
Holding for that move shows that NAVI at least know who they're up against here.
Simple's running in as well. He just sprinted into B-Apps to get that gift.
Yep.
Thank you very much. You will not regret this.
Also a really weird angle for Ima to hold.
Você viu como é que o Torsi morreu aqui de novo? Ah, avançando rápido. Mano, o Torsi ele tá insano a mais, velho. Punido. O Torsi ele tá viciado em fazer plays.
Shows that NAVI at least know who they're up against here.
Simple's running in as well. He just sprinted into B-Apps to get that gift.
Yep.
Thank you very much. You will not regret this.
Also a really weird angle for Ima to hold. Usually, because like if Torchi
ele fez curso com o Cajun. Quem faz umas jogadas assim de AW é o Cajun. Manda bala, Crancão.
Oh, damn.
If MOUZ can win this, I'll be even more impressed. They've gone simple with an AWP. It's a good Molotov, but it will be smoked and limited damage. The nade helps.
É, tem esse jogo barato aí, Gabi.
MOUZ look like they want to fight back for middle now.
É, você aí, cara, que tá longe do Brasil aí já há um ano, você vai se assustar com os preços aqui quando você voltar.
They could run into huge trouble if Searching decides to smoke connector now. Or even Frozen towards A also has the smoke left.
Ooh, Shui goes through that smoke and he gets spammed on the edge of it.
MOUZ. 5x3 na mão do Jimmy. Ele não é pego de costas, filho. Pode esquecer. É só timing certo. Olha o... Nossa, mano, ele é muito bom esse moleque, cara. Que isso, cara. Vai te catar, moleque. Finlandês, cara. Deve ficar no frio de menos 30 graus jogando CS o dia inteiro, cara. Não que eu não faria isso. Muito pelo contrário. Faria até mais, né, Jim? Jimmy Jumpet. Ó. Spray de qualidade. Coach 30, viu?
The bomb comes crumbling down and 20 seconds for JL to save the day.
Out of nowhere, NAVI thought they had this in the bag. JL's not being respected. They're rushing him down from short. They're already so much deeper than he's ready for. JL screwed, surely. Então, Crancão,
eu vou te falar porque eu acho que não é tão absurdo assim. Quando eles fizeram a line, eu falei isso em live. 2x5 que eles ganharam? Ah, 2x5. Porque o Shield já jogava com o core desse time, Crancão. Já jogava com o Torsi, com o Exertion. Eles eram do MOUZ e NXT. Então eles têm uma química já. E o Jimp, esse sim. Mas cara, é que eu não... Eu vou puxar pra vocês, vou mostrar pra vocês. Ele já era insano no Tier 2, Tier 3 da Europa. Só que ele tava fora do radar. E ele era do MOUZ Academy. Provavelmente colocaram uma multa exorbitante nele. O coach, o Cyclone, já também trabalhou com todos esses jogadores aí no MOUZ Academy. Formou esses jogadores e também, com certeza, já tinha alguém olhando o Jimmy, o Jimpet. Então, ali o coach, mais 3 jogadores, uma base sólida do MOUZ NXT. Um excelente jogador no Frozen. Ah, olha o Jimpet, cara. E esse moleque encapetado? Mano, olha o spray de 30 balas desse cara, velho. Ele tá exalando confiança, né, cara? Pegou assist em outro ainda.
Just how off limits this B site is.
Stay away.
Hot damn, Impact delivers across these last 2 rounds for MOUZ. Now 4 straight on their way to the finish line. This was NAVI with a second win. This was a NAVI.
Pirito, valeu pelo follow, tamo junto. É, então, Krankan, eu acho que isso é o motivo deles estarem nessa pegada aqui, velho. Já se conhecem de longa data já, o coach já conhece o capitão, formou o capitão. É que nem, por exemplo, se eu fosse trabalhar hoje em dia com jogadores do Heroic ou com o Blame F, por exemplo, que eu já fui do time dele duas vezes. Várias lines, na verdade, 2 lines diferentes do Heroic, fui no Complexity. Se eu trabalhar com o Blame F, eu já sei como ele gosta de trabalhar, a gente se conhece muito e tal, por exemplo, né? Mesma coisa serve para alguns jogadores dinamarqueses que eu já trabalhei mais de uma vez. Eu já tenho uma química já.
And Torshi gonna have to play off of one another, and Torshi should be crazy flick background.
Ó, o NAVI, ele tá fazendo uma coisa aqui que eu entendo que eles estão fazendo. Eles estão tentando ir B novamente, porque era pra eles terem ganho o round anterior. Foi uma jogada insana do Jimp. Inclusive o NAVI tá insistindo aqui nessa B até ganhar um round pra não ficar tão óbvio o jeito deles jogarem. Eu entendo que eles estão fazendo problema. Inclusive, ó, observa o setup dos CTs, como faz sentido, ó. Eles estão jogando bem focado para meio, dessa vez, não tão forte na B. O problema é que o nosso B player é o Jimmy. Jimmy, 20 bonecos. E ele quer muito ganhar esse troféu. E aí, ó a travada dele. É mole na boca. Fez uma smoke defensiva. Quase que o Torres é pego de surpresa. Ganha um tempo e ganha esse smoke aí a favor dele. Rola um monte de mole pra travar, ó. Acabou o round. Ah, não. Aí estendeu. É o primeiro erro do Jimmy, Jimpet.
Unless Simple and Ema can do something here in this round that was a 2v5. They've got it down to a 2-on-3. Torshi takes position over on short, but is whittled down low from the Ema spray. NAVI.
Aí a ansiedade bateu no Jimmy. Confiança exalando, né?
But they've at least made a case for it. 2-on-3 up through short. 45 seconds left.
That's ballsy.
This is scary right now.
MOUZ with aggression.
I don't think they expect the AWP up here. After just seeing him on catwalk, he...
Mas aí, estamos chegando, hein, Gabi? Dá pra gente jogar uns joguinhos aí. Tô precisando de amigos de Portugal aí, os Tugas. Vou precisar fazer um projeto Tuga aí. Também. Europeus aí, da live. Pessoal da Europa, vai dar pra gente bater uns games aí juntos. O Iker, que vai ficar um tempo aí ainda.
And NAVI, they've got frostbite. Back on the balcony.
É, Gabi, você vai ter que trabalhar pra dar um upgrade aí no PC. Não vai ter jeito.
And you hear the crowd. If we're gonna go out and go,
three is Torshi on that all. He's sprinting. Torshi can't be the
Vamos ver.
hero twice.
O que aconteceu aqui? A câmera nem vai mostrar direito. Já cai a casa logo no começo do round, ó. Domínio meio, né? Ó, domínio meio rápido com progressão. Punem. Por isso que não é bom bater meio, velho. Por isso que a gente viu o NAVI evitando e o MOUZ evitando. Não é muito bom fazer essas jogadas que eles fizeram aí, não, cara. Se os caras dominar rápido com boas flashes,
For NAVI,
é
a
muito
5-on-3 to try and deny the win to MOUZ. They don't get past the impact though.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, just stay away from B-side right now.
He's a monster. And he goes through his own smoke. They call Frozen ice cold. This guy, he's the Finnish wind right now.
boa aí, cara.
RV, they've got frostbite. Back on the balcony. RV still hold for the re-aggression. The fight. The Frozen fairly unbothered in this CT side. His biggest task yet.
MOUZ.
E lá vem o split do Navi que tem dado bom, vamos ver. Agora é o Frozen que brilha no individual aí, leva 2 com ele. 2x2 e o homem tá vivo. Jimmy Jimpet.
In the post in this final round. Now,
Young Jimmy na tela.
B-play has got to try and stick the landing in a 1v2 retake.
Não, aí é demais. Isso aqui não vai dar, não. Perdeu a trocação. Jimmy vai sofrendo a pressão chamada ansiedade de levantar taça. Olha a cara dele de preocupado.
The streak has been broken, and this has been a really streaky series.
Story. No longer will the AWP be lacking. It is here. Simple on a Galil. Everyone else AK'd up. And NAVI look to play out a spawn heavy on the A side. It's Torshi and Con this time. NAVI go through the Molotov. They smoke it. Frozen knows it's coming. He's heard the...
Vocês já viram o Jimmy botar a mão na testa assim? Ai, meu Deus.
NAVI in no hurry.
Fazer cara de enjoado. Assim, ai.
And MOUZ will not swing, not yet.
Nada. Gelado.
Shui swaps out. Frozen anchors down. And NAVI waits for Emo, who's been given nothing towards B. We're back to the bait and switch jumps.
Acho que se eu fosse bom que nem esse moleque, eu ia tiltar, mano. Porque, tipo, eu sou tão bom. Talvez seja inadmissível morrer por esses caras.
Easy to try and close the BO5 in round 30. To try and deny OT. It's an even taller order for a squad. Still green, still growing in MOUZ, but they've come this far. Can they do it?
Olha o Simple aí, ó. Entrada do Navi, velho. O MOUZ. Crumble. Chocou. E temos OT, hein? Opa. Tá na mão do Jimmy. Começou.
But will it be enough? 3 kills from the youngster. How many more can he find? Dropping in. Jimmy does not have time on his side. Sticking the bomb and it won't go her.
Kicking over go of guys and even
shows that it's a game of seconds because Torshi.
Eu vou fazer um vídeo já soltando spoiler pra vocês aí. Essa semana, o meu top 5 jogadores pra ficar de olho no CS2.
And that changes everything, which is crazy. Like, it's just one little thing where he could have, like, maybe didn't hold shift.
Look at this. Xerxion's heard every single footstep coming through spawn. MOUZ have double rotated out of the bomb site. They're going to be in the right place. They're going to be here just in time.
Não vou botar o time todo da MOUZ. Eu vou pegar um IGL, eu vou pegar um Alp, eu vou pegar um âncora. Pegar um de cada função pra ficar de olho. Ou seja, o time inteiro da MOUZ. Olha o Exertion. Tava devendo. Fazia tempo que a gente não falava dele. Inclusive o Exertion é um homem apaixonadaço, velho. Vou mostrar pra vocês aqui, velho. Vocês ficam fofocando aí na live, cara. Toma. Aqui, ó.
And he does it again. To think Torchi's dropping under in these rounds. Sure, it's only 1-for-1, but the confidence has not been lost by MOUZ.
And it makes sense because you remember when he died in Underground last time as well, they won the round in a similar fashion, you know, like they're down and it doesn't really make sense for them to win. The percentage is against them, but still.
Olha lá.
And that gives you confidence as
You deserve, you are the best, congrats.
Even
Dorian Berman, Exertion. Eu te amo muito, meu amor, you are the best.
Another AWP on the A side. With Frozen boxed in, he's got a smoke to escape, doesn't want to get mollied and trapped. Simple's out ramp with the AW. He gets naded as well. It's coming at a cost, and they're coming hunting. If Sui peeks this, he's done. Simple is scoped in and dropped.
Não, que fotos, cara.
MOUZ in a 5v4. How did NAVI fare without their AWP?
This gets really weird now. NAVI kind of have to slow it down.
E soltou em português, ele que aprende. Essa tem o poder nas mãos, exatamente. E você viu que ela dominou ele, né? Tipo, ele mandou um eu te amo muito, não sei o que, ela nem respondeu. Se a Júlia tiver ouvindo isso aí, ela vai ficar pá comigo, velho. Mas é verdade, mano. Mandou um like e já era, acabou aí, velho. A interação acabou aí. Sem emoção. A Júlia é o Jimmy da relação, Jimpet da relação.
A wrap all the way through spawn, this time out of Yimfat. Time is running out for EMA. Gonna try and plug in the numbers, but the ramp play can stop this right now. Yimpat looks to do it with the backstab, and so twice in a row, flanking players have uprooted Navi's A play. First Exertion, and now Young Jimmy.
Young Jimmy.
That's how they do without their op. Apparently not as good as MOUZ.
Yeah, a lot harder on this T side. Barely getting a bomb plant, and certainly not getting comfortable here in overtime. MOUZ are making moves. Have you noticed the mid takes as well? Both of
Chat
these
ficou mais
rounds.
18. É, o Icar, cara, não dá. O cara é...
dropping under, or Stewie coming in and swinging con. MOUZ are fighting for it. They're feeling invincible. And Navi, not many rounds left to fight. One more pop through a Molotov.
Sempre me assusta também, cara.
He's caught out in the open, but he just keeps sending.
What a play by JL.
Absolutely mad, man. And so now, Frozen back in the spawn. I mean, they know he's been here time and time again. One more from Frozen. Swift return into the 3-on-3. JL's picked up an AWP. What's going on here? He's really trying to be Mr. Everything, Mr. Everyman. JL swinging this wide.
But when you look at that, another flank.
Mais Lurker. E é o Exertion de novo. Será? Ó o Frozen. Tem smoke? O Exertion tem. O Exertion tem. Chega, meu amigo, smoke essa porra. Isso. Smocou. Meu Deus, molou. Acabou o round. Meu Deus. Olha o round que eles perderam, eu não tô acreditando nisso, velho. Coitado do Beat, mano. O Beat tem mó cara de ser good guy também. Esse moleque eu não vejo ele tiltar nunca, cara. Coitado, velho.
But when you look at that, another flank.
Oh no, yeah, wait, this time it's Exertion embarking on it again, but a different route, a different
o Simple ele matou um, e infelizmente ele foi punido aqui no time do Frozen. Vazou o bracinho ali. O Frozen rasgou o JL. Nossa. O Exertion smocou a bomba, molou o cara no jungle. Aulas. Aulas, aulas, aulas. Eu acho que ele tinha que ter comida, hein, mano. Aqui, ó, ele tinha que ter comida pra frente, velho. Se ele ia morrer, eu não sei. Provavelmente ia. Porque o Frozen não tava defusando direto. Tinha que fazer, cara. Coitado do Beat, velho. Enquanto isso, Mr. Jimmy... Cara, o Jimmy, cara, ele tá assim, ó. Mano, tem duas paredes assim do lado dele, mano. Ele não faz nem... Ele não dá nem soquinho pros amigos. É duas paredes assim, ó. Uma do lado da outra, mano. Óculinho, ele bota o óculinho dele assim, ó. Pegou. Pegada no mouse, mão gordinha. Pá. Pegou assim, ó, no mouse aqui. Pegou. Meu amigo, ele não quer saber de mais nada. Só do troféu. Olha lá.
What a round to win. And if you're JL, what are you thinking at this point? He ran up.
É o Kimi Raikkonen do CS, literalmente. Mesmo país, exatamente. Finlandês. Mano. Mão gordinha é a melhor pegada do mouse, cara. Inclusive, vocês que ficam comprando mouse aí, mano, vocês têm que comprar um mouse ergonômico, né? Não adianta ter mão pequena e querer mouse grande. Não adianta querer. Não adianta querer. O negócio é ter um mouse que você domine o mouse, né? Ou de um tamanho decente de acordo com a sua mão aí.
Goes Zershan, they've got full mid control now. JL might have heard these steps though. Zershan gets into ladder, he can hang out. Bomb's going to rotate around the world. Simple behind.
Sempre tem o seu Logitech Superlight X, inclusive o Logitech patrocina nós aí.
He will make the right move. Dodges death, but back to A.
E aqui foi, né? Mas o engraçado, né? Esse OT foi resumido pelo resumo do jogo. O que aconteceu nesse OT resume bastante o que aconteceu no jogo. O mouse ele foi superior em praticamente todas as situações durante a série inteira. Raramente você via o NAVI ganhar situações. Por quê? Talvez é uma questão de comunicação. Parece que a comunicação do mouse é, mano, Tier S. E eles falam inglês, hein? Mas parece que os caras comunicam muito bem. Ou tomam muito bem decisões. Ó, mais uma situação que o Knar vai perder aqui. Pra finalizar, Simple. Puxou a CZ. GG, WP. Frozen comemora. O Shield e aí também.